there is no ASMR. It's just ASS. That's all you get when you come this way without a single R, dude. Like, it's just nice try, A for effort, but like
that's what I thought
on the Masspole spot. I just don't have it. I can't do it. I got no BB, no ASMR. I got nothing. I got 1, 2, 3. That's all I got. That's what I do.
Well, we'll leave it up.
Can you hear me on this one?
I can hear you on that one, yeah.
Switch to this one then.
All right, let's try this. All right, buddy. We're gonna do a quick switch.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to grab. That's a big yell of it.
I'm going to put my gloves up, Mr. Yager.
Now we've got to figure out how to get all of us in the picture.
We'll just have to.
The same ball as like the canister company, right?
And you know and you know like what the commentators call it, right? The ball arena. We call it the sack.
Get the hell out of here! No,
I swear to God, we call it the sack. I swear to God.
All right, I'm done.
That's it. Yeah. End the show, Johnny. Go raid somebody. We're good.
I
On aircraft last week.
And I'm glad. I was gonna say I'm glad Coastal gave that lady his 2 inches worth. I mean 2 cents worth. I'm sorry.
You got Marky bad. I love it. No, that lady, like, she wasn't even discreet about it. No, you can ask Johnny. She like literally leaned over John's shoulder and looked at my phone. Pizza.
We want pizza. The kitty wants pizza. She's treating your arm like a pizza, dude. Is it catching
She is
gnawing
straight
on you?
up. Yeah, it hurts.
What? Just you feed that cat?
Oh, I do all the time. Believe me. Fancy feast.
Oh, you're not even sparing the expense either. You're giving the thing it wants, and it's just like,
we
nah,
have
your
2.
arm's good. That's fine.
We have 2 that eat fancy feast, so.
But they're fancy.
Hate cats. Cats are assholes. Hashtag.
They are, but I love them because they're.
Yes,
assholes.
they are. I'm sorry. Somebody had to say it. Unpopular opinion. Go ahead and redeem it now.
No,
Cats
no,
are
no,
assholes.
no. Cats are
I
assholes.
hate cats. Yes.
But I like my cats
Well,
because they're my assholes.
back in the hockey terms, that was the Brad Marchand sentiment around here. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, he's an
My
asshole.
cats are Brad
Yes,
Marchand.
but he's ours, so okay. That's fine.
Unless some of us rooted for Florida this year because, well, our asshole was on Florida and he won a cup, so that's great.
I wish Game 7 went into infinite overtimes.
Yes.
Hi, John.
Hi, John.
No.
Hey.
Oh.
Johnny's fixing
Oh,
stuff.
Izzy's in
Making
chat.
sure
Hi, Izzy.
stuff is stuffing.
Stuff is always stuffing.
Stuffing.
Ooh, stovetop. I love stovetop. I'm a fat cat.
Yes. Yes.
You would
I'm more
change
of a
it to
Pepperidge-
foods and belts
Pepperidge
immediately afterwards.
I would absolutely, dude. I'm the biggest guy on the panel. I will change it to foods and belts, 100%.
Lucas, I'm with you with the Pepperidge Farm too. It's good. They're both very,
I
very
haven't
good.
had it, but I heard it's good.
It's super good.
delicious.
It's super good. Make it, throw it in the toaster oven for like 10 minutes afterwards. Get that nice crunch. My mom used to do that when we were kids. She'd make it when me and my
You could
sisters
probably do that
were
in the air fryer too.
guaranteed. Actually, that's brilliant. Guaranteed. 100%. You get that nice crunchy num. Num, John.
All right. It's a very interesting show tonight.
It was.
Because we're talking about food? Or no, the show. Okay, yeah.
No, definitely charged.
Do you want to
Definitely
have
charged.
do you want to have a foods and belts food charge or whatever? Do you want to change up the subject?
No, we can talk about charged. I mean, if they want to do food, like I got plenty of good recipes I can go. I mean, look at me. I know how to eat.
And RMP has dabbled there before. Remember the taco slap off at I believe it was at Top
yeah.
Taco, right? And our old friend Echo Boosin had the taco tequila off in the middle of the ring, and that was a mess. But
I'd like
absolutely
to ask
hilarious.
you, Margie, how do you determine if a tortilla is a foreign object or not?
I'll allow it. At that point, I'll allow it. What are you gonna do? Get mad at the guy for basically crumpling up a piece of paper and throwing it at him? What's he gonna say? Ow.
Yeah.
It's a tortilla. Open your mouth if you're
tortilla,
hungry.
man.
If not, throw it back. Like throw it back at him. What are you gonna do?
Eat half of it and throw it back.
I'll allow it.
No
Absolutely.
problem.
Yeah, that's like a Texas Tech football game. You ever watch Texas Tech on football? The whole damn stadium throws tortillas at the opposing team.
That's outstanding.
See, I'm looking
Yeah.
at that as I'm
Yeah.
going to margaritas after,
Didn't know
and I
that.
can just get fajitas. and
Yeah,
I don't
they
need
do. Yeah.
tortillas.
Go YouTube Texas Tech tortilla throw.
That's
I don't
outstanding.
need too
I
many
have
big
to-
Texas
I have to-
Tech 'cause I'm straight hook 'em. We go horns over here.
That is hilarious.
All right, are we all
Former
done
Big
talking
12
about
rival.
food?
We were segueing back to wrestling.
Yeah,
we were
we're
getting, we were
segueing
definitely getting.
food, wrestling.
Well, how long were you planning on doing that? Because we definitely got to show
Well,
you
let me
there.
tell you this right now. Marcio Santos had it cooking tonight. He was the chef of the show. There's your segue. Go ahead.
It only took you about 5 minutes, but we got there. We're good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Dudes and Belts Recharge Post Show here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. Love you too, Coastal. We got a fantastic show to talk about today. Before we get into everything, let's introduce the panel. On the top left, he is the one that lives way up there on the east coast of Maine, the inventor of all things food, apparently, the one and only Coastal Crusader.
I'm not going to take that as a fat remark because I am the inventor of the lighthouse grading system, and I'll take some good recipes if anybody wants them. But tonight on Charge, they had it cooking. It was 100% big deep fry. We had championship matches. We had a title change. Let's get into it.
And on the top right, he is your resident masshole himself. I don't have anything to go against him right now, but I'm sure I will come show's end. The one and only Maki Pins.
More than likely, that's probably a guarantee. But yeah, there were all kinds.
Oh, I
of
don't know
action.
what
We
the
had-
what the hell just happened. Can you restart that again?
Whoa.
What?
We did have some
the mic-
roadblocks. We had some roadblocks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, well, I said by the end of the show, there probably will be some very, very good reason why you'll be pissed off at me yet again. But it is what it is, and that's fine. We'll go there once we get to that bridge. We'll see if there's any water underneath it, as we say. But at the same point, no, Charge was on fire tonight. There was a whole lot. We had a couple title matches, big tag team match going on. Briz and Jason Knoll have to coexist. What's up with that? We're going to get there in a moment. But we also see that the groups in our MP tonight had one hell of a night behind the scenes, the Tortured Souls and the Law Office. We're going to talk about both of those groups and knuckleheads very, very shortly.
And on the bottom, he is your resident encyclopedia of Rocky Mountain Pro and probably one of the most jealous CMS journalists I have ever seen in my entire life. The one
What is
and
wrong
only
with you tonight?
Lucas Baradwell.
All right, let's put us into this right now. I am the most professional journalist in Rocky Mountain Pro. I don't kiss the talent that I'm interviewing. Did you see that? Who does that? That was the most unprofessional thing I've ever seen. You interview a guy and then you kiss him on the way out? Well, that's not professional. I am a professional. That is an amateur. And she can't even get the damn names right on when she's introducing people when she's doing ring announcing. So I don't want to hear it. The argument's over. The proof is on tape, and that's all you need to know. No professional journalism. Not Barbara Walters. She's rolling in her grave right now because of what she saw going on with that so-called fake journalist Slade.
If that's
Boom.
the case, then why are you on commentating and she's in the back doing the actual
What is
journalism?
up with you tonight? Are you just mad at us for some reason? Did something happen to you, Johnny? Like,
Yeah. Did someone like do something to your coffee this morning?
like
Someone
what
stick
happened,
something
bro?
in your
Like,
tailpipe.
you're mad.
Don't worry about it.
No, we are worried about it because you're taking it out on us.
Yeah, we're supposed to be buddies here, and
We're dudes.
we're taking strays.
Just keeping you on your toes, gentlemen.
Oh, toes. Toes are on the ground.
Oh,
Why don't
Those
you
are on
put
the
your whole
ground.
feet on the ground, dude?
yeah.
All right. Well, so much for the streak of not having anyone from the law office tune into the show. We do have Eric Reyes over on YouTube.
Chia.
Was he on this episode? No, he's irrelevant.
Whoa. Okay. Okay.
I mean, aside from the blatant interference with him and his pals there, he's irrelevant.
Well, it's really all they had to do because now they're the only people without gold in their group. So I guess the
Oh,
only
that's
thing you
true,
can do
yeah.
is kind of just cause some chaos and hope to stay relevant.
We're going to be without gold after Chopper City gets done with them.
It's going to look real bad.
All right. Anyways. Wow. That one kicked me in the ass. Lucas, if you want to go on YouTube, you can answer Eric's comment over there. But we got to get the show on the road here. Let's see, where do we start off? I think we should definitely start off with the opening contest of this show with Queso going up against the Charge champion, Caden Koyama. Another Charge championship match.
You want to take it, Coast? You want to start? Usually you get the first one. You started right out.
No, I'll let you go. I'll let you go this one.
All right. No, that's
There's
cool,
a
'cause
tag
they
team
get
match in there. Don't worry.
Yeah,
We're
there's a tag
actually
team
right
match.
next. So this is and what a great match, right? This has been the match. We've seen Koyama have the match, and this is that match again. Going in, XP advantage, not necessarily speed or power, but definitely XP advantage. We've seen Queso come back now and just be this new invigorated guy. Got a haircut, seems like he's gotten a wardrobe upgrade, he's gotten an attitude upgrade, and everything is just pointed full steam ahead for the kid. Caden Koyama giving him a shot at the Charge Championship, and he took full advantage. It was a great match, very back and forth. Koyama shows him in the beginning how to do it. Instead of the springboard with the wrist lock and throw it, Caden says, and then gives him the old school kind of like arm drag and wakes up Queso a little bit. Now Queso comes up, the big plancha gets fired up. This kid is getting the crowd fired up. The crowd's cheering for both. This is a great way to start the show right here. One of your number one most fighting champions, seeing Caden Koyama out there kicking ass, and a kid who's taking it but giving it back too. He just makes one mistake in the end, and even then, boys, I don't even know if we can call it a mistake. He just goes for the big springboard. This move has worked for him so many times. Koyama just had it scouted, walks into the pedigree. And Koyama is still the Charge champion for every single reason. This is why. His intent, he follows through. And boys, take it from here. Throw it, Coast, I'll throw it right at you from here. If anybody continues to try to wrestle the same match against Koyama, they're going to be met with the same fate. Koyama's going to figure it out at the end, make you mess up with your mistake, and walk right into his move, whether it is that patented roll-up after a while or, the big pedigree or whatever he's been using. But this is why he's the damn Charge champion.
No, I 100% agree. And right now, if you're going against Caden Koyama, you have to understand he's watched all the film on you. He understands every single movement you're making. He knows what you're going for before you do. He is on a different level, ring intelligence-wise, than you are. What you need to do is you have a better chance if you've never faced him before, because there's no film of you and him. And even if there is film of you against anybody, he's watched it. He understands your thoughts. You need to be at a different level. You need to surprise yourself if you're going to try and defeat Caden Koyama. And that is the thing. Not only do you have to surprise him, not only do you have to surprise us, but you're going to have to surprise yourself. Because at this point, I don't see anybody with a pulse in Colorado beating Caden Koyama for that title right now. He is on a different level. He is understanding the ring in a different way. Even though he is operating at a JK Pop level without brother. He understands everything that's going around him and going on in the ring. And Lucas, I don't understand how anybody can think they have a chance against Caden Koyama right now.
I totally agree. he's operating at such a high level, not only physically but mentally. And I can tell you this: what I've done some commentary with him as of late. You're going to hear him and me on Ignition a few times, and his level of knowledge has seemed to have grown over this past year. Because even on commentary, I'm a guy who's watched wrestling my whole entire life, and I'm learning things from Caden about what's going on in the ring, and he's already diagnosing what's going on in the ring between two different opponents before it even happens, and it's just he's operating at such a high level all the way around, and it's because he's dedicated right now, so dedicated his life to professional wrestling. You know, everything is about getting better week in and week out, and you can see that hard work and dedication paying off in the ring, and that's why we're seeing the greatness that we've seen over this past, what has it been now, 5-6 months now?
Right in there, yeah. And he's had some gems and some beauties, and like they haven't just been, squeakers. Don't get me wrong, there's been a couple that he's kind of just gotten, away with it or gotten out of Dodge. But those are going to happen too. Not everybody wins by 100 runs or 50 points in a basketball game or something like that. There's times that winning means you just grind out that last 10% to make sure your hand get raised. And a guy like Caden Koyama's got the XP and the moves, and now the confidence to make sure that that is his goal going forward. Love to see it. Love to see it.
I think we lost Coastal.
Yeah, I
First off.
froze.
Oh,
there.
Boogers.
So we'll wait for him to come back. I think I just got the message.
Hopefully the kitty didn't eat the wire.
Oh, he lost power.
Oh, well, it has been completely drenching rain up here in New England for the last 12 hours.
All right.
Yeah, it's been pouring buckets all day.
All right. Well, we'll wait a few minutes before we continue because we are on the tag match. So,
yep,
we'll give him a sec and see what happens. Mr. Reyes, you got to win a title first before you become double champ, man. Hate to say it.
Yes. Yeah, you just barely got a title shot against Choppa City. They just had accepted the challenge. So
right.
Let's first things first, buddy.
And then he's been trying to mouth off to Cade and try and convince Caden to give him a shot at some point, and I don't know if that's how it works there. I mean, it might work for a couple. It might work for a couple people. I don't know about Caden though. There's some history between.
Caden's gonna watch his back though when a kid like Reyes starts mouthing off like this, knowing where it's coming from and that the law office is behind 90% of it.
I mean, clearly we saw it tonight. We saw it tonight
right
at the end. So
right. That's the other thing. When you guys do this in the law office or in any other group for that matter, now there's tape and proof. So anybody you talk smack to going forward, any title you go looking for, any opportunity you want is now up to interpretation based on what you've already done. So you might have to clean the dog crap off of your feet every once in a while and humble up.
You want to know what's crazy?
Not helping yourself very much.
You want to know what's crazy is that the Tortured Souls were out during the number one contenders match for Kevin and Casanova, and the law office basically did more than the Tortured Souls did for Kevin, for the most part.
Yeah. It took two whole groups.
That's insane.
To beat Johnny Casanova.
That's insane.
For a number one. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Something's got to be done. But apparently, smaller issues were more important in this situation because D'Lo pulled Briscoe aside and wanted to somewhat kind of figure out a way to solve the Briscoe and Jason Knoll situation that has been transpiring for months, technically, going way back to right around peak of the pack time. And came up with actually not a bad idea and combined the two up for a tag team and putting them in a match tonight against Enrique and Stan Logan. So
it's definitely one way to deal with it, right? It might not have been what I was expecting the least bit, Lucas. I don't know if you were either, but I mean, in D'Lo we trust, and this is the power that D'Lo has, and he has an opportunity to see things maybe that people don't see from a different angle or a different perspective, and he must have seen something. He's been up and down this road before too. Don't say that in the groups D'Lo was in, there weren't a whole bunch of infights where they still had to tag with each other back in the day. Like, so sometimes it might have a way of healing a wound, but then Lucas may be creating a very dynamic team out of it. I mean, we're going to talk about the match. We'll keep waiting for a minute, but what do you think of D'Lo's, like, this whole idea? What's your opinion of the whole thing?
I like how D'Lo sometimes thinks outside the box, right? He could have just, put them in another, match, where they beat the hell out of one another, give them some stipulation. No, he comes up with another thing that no one else thought of, putting them together, and who knows, if you rack up wins, a lot of the issues could go away. That Jason Knoll looks around and says, "Hey, we just won a tag team match. We won another one. Who knows what the hell will happen?" And all of a sudden, his career gets resurrected. Briscoe Crown's got a nice little thing going now, and who knows? So all I'm saying is it could be the beginning of something really cool, or it could cause an even bigger problem when either one could happen.
Right. I agree with you. I think this is one of those feast or famine situations where it's either going to end horribly or it could end up being way more successful than anybody could have ever shook a stick at. We see him kind of like get away. Oh, there's the man. Welcome back. Everything all right?
I made it.
Yeah. We were just chit-chatting about the beginning, the interaction with D'Lo and Briscoe and the kind of like putting them together. And we both kind of threw the ideas out. What do you think about it? And then like go right into like what the other knuckleheads said kind of thing. And
what do I think about this tag team? It gives me massive bar vibes. Like Sheamus and Cesaro. Like they hate each other. They love they love to beat people up. Like that's what it gives me vibes of. Briscoe and Jason Knoll. Like, hey, we don't get along. We both like to beat people up. So we can do that on our own. I mean, you even see it in the match. Like, Briscoe tags himself in at one point, does some damage, tags himself out. He seems like he's running the show. And I don't know how Jason Knoll feels about that. I mean, they pick up a win, but I don't know if they're a prototypical tag team. But honestly, some of the best tag teams come out of guys that hate each other. If you look at it, like I mentioned the Bar, that's a big one. Like, you go to war with someone so many times.
Kane and Daniel Bryan is a team that comes to mind.
Right.
Oh, hell no. Absolutely. That was another one that I was going to mention.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Like, that was the second one I was going to mention, Johnny. You're a little ahead of me on that one. But for real, like, both of those teams, you got to understand. They came out of a place where they beat the hell out of each other, and you earn the respect of someone when you hit them so many times in the face, apparently.
Wrestling's a weird place, I guess.
I don't see Briscoe and Jason Knoll winning the RMP tag team titles anytime soon, but I absolutely see them as a very hard tag team to get by. And they're two amazing singles wrestlers. I mean, you have Briscoe Crown. We call him the bracket buster for a reason. He's explosive. He's high flying. You got Jason Knoll, the diamond standard, the absolute pinnacle of what you want in a professional wrestler. You pair those together, while they may not pair together well because of some differences, those two guys as singles guys, you pair them up, you're going to see exactly the same thing you saw tonight. You're going to get a victory because these two guys understand how to operate in the ring. And while I don't see them challenging for the RMP titles anytime soon, what I do see them as maybe a different level. It might even be more intense when they get in the ring because now they even understand more about each other.
I do kind of agree that I think Briz is kind of taking that, follow my lead guy kind of attitude. That might be we're going to see how Jason deals with that. But we saw him get a win in a little bit weird way. Briz had tagged himself back in, but it was to kind of assist in the Sky High. So like it was task failed successfully, but like they got out of it without destroying each other. Obviously, there's still some animosity here, but Lucas, I think there might be a small future for it. Whether, and I kind of agree with Coastal on it. Do I ever think they might be the tag team champions? Probably not. But they will be a brick wall of a team because they're such opposites and they bring such new stuff to the tag team division that they're going to be a hell of a challenge to get by should this become a little bit successful and they gain any kind of confidence.
Yeah, I think you both hit it on the head. This is more than likely not going to be a long-term, tag team that, goes on to have major success. But with that being said, don't forget our current tag team champions at one point hated each other so much that one of them was a servant for the other one. And there was some big time issues, and now there's no two men that are as close as Atiba and Bruce Wayne's. So all I'm saying is that stranger things have happened, and Briscoe's a guy that he's a likable guy, and maybe the more that maybe the more that Jason Knoll gets around Briscoe and maybe gets to know him a little bit, maybe they can start clicking and find that they have some chemistry together. But just to take another little stab at my colleague Slade. Yeah, her good luck kiss didn't really work, so did it?
No.
No, but you mentioned about like getting like, yeah, maybe they could get to like each other as long as they don't want to punch each other in the face so much. Jason Knoll's not the most likable person in the world. Let's face it. We've all met him.
No, but success, crazier things have happened. Yeah, this is right now the odd couple of RMP right now. Like as far as any team is, they couldn't be any more opposites. And I think D'Lo come across a diamond in the rough, pardon the expression, with the diamond standard. But if you can get that on the same page, who knows where it goes? But I can tell you what it does is it stops all the chaos and the commotion between these two, disrupting everything else of what they were doing on the side of things. It forces them to get on the same page and get their acts together. And who knows where this could elevate Briscoe or even Jason if he sees that the kid is having some success and it does shoot a little adrenaline into his arm. That's not a bad thing either.
Or it angers him to the point where he beats up his tag team partner. There's two sides to that coin.
The 50-50. You are 100% because we've seen that shit too. Right.
All right. Speaking of shenanigans, I think we might as well just rename Charge and call it Law Office Pro Wrestling here. Johnny Casanova versus Kevin Koa for the #1 contendership for the NRW Championship at NRW.
Man, as if like Casanova didn't have enough stacked against him in this one. It, like I said earlier, it took two whole groups by the end of this to rekindle all of a sudden their beef with JK Pop and Johnny Casanova all at once. I could see where the Law Office was coming from, right? Casanova's fighting Koa right now in the ring, and they're having a pretty good match in their own styles. Johnny is not the big freight train power guy that is Koa, but Koa is not the kind of quick, chippy, kind of, fast moving offense to keep you off balance. Casanova is. He's got them educated hands. And it's a very different clash of matches. And at each segment of the match, both are having their time. Koa is tossing Johnny Casanova around because of that power advantage. But Casanova is getting those shots in back and forth. And then we see the Tortured Souls kind of chip in and get a distraction. And then they're taking their shots. And then the Law Office comes out. And what we just kind of see is the whole thing ends up becoming an absolute mess. Now Casanova is distracted, which is kind of on Johnny too. You got to say it honestly, that he did take his eyes off it. But like, there's now 6 people standing there with you in their sights, and you can't watch all 6. You can't watch all 6.
Where's brother, bro? Where is brother?
Brother was probably in the back dealing with stuff, and that is a different situation that I really don't have an opinion on.
Knows what I'm throwing down right now.
I know, but there are also others in the back that have beef with the law office and the tortured souls. Where were they too? Brother had a hell of a match earlier tonight, and maybe he was in the showers while brother was out there having his match. I'm not making
It's a
excuses.
hell of a long
I'm just
shower.
saying locker rooms full of plenty of friends or enemies, and not everybody is one of either. All right, so there's a lot of situations, but Casanova ends up turning right back into the boot of doom from Kevin Koa in 1, 2, 3. Koa is now your number one contender for the NRW champion. This is 2 times that Casanova has had an NRW number one contender's opportunity, and both times it has taken massive amount of shenanigans to overcome and to hold Johnny down on this one. I don't know where he goes from here, Coastal. I know you guys have ideas about other things in here, but on this day for Johnny Casanova, I got a feel for the guy because it took 2 groups, 6 men, and almost a partridge in a pear tree to hold it back, and Ko is the number one contender.
So, I know you guys love my tinfoil hat. I'm going to kind of put it on for a minute.
Where is it?
I am. Because this kind of goes in different ways. This is the
I hate it when
second
you
time.
talk. I hate it when you talk with this cadence because I know where you're going with this. I know where you. I hate it when you talk with this cadence.
Yeah. I'm with you, Marky. I'm with you.
I just got to say it out loud. I'm sorry. I've been married too long and can't keep it in. It's a certain time when it's just get in trouble for the
I know
weekend.
where I'm going with this, and you guys are you're gonna hate it, but just hear me out on the facts and the evidence that's happening.
Oh, the floor is
You
yours.
mentioned the street fight. It was a street fight. Caden wouldn't anywhere to be found for Johnny.
I mentioned
He
that
goes
too.
in tonight knowing he's facing a member of the law office. And they're always around. There's no Caden for Johnny. Brother's not there. Guys, I am coming up to the point where I'm saying JK Pop isn't JK Pop anymore. Caden is being ultra successful. I'm very happy for him. He's the charge champion. He might be the greatest charge champion we've ever seen.
Easy,
that run
fella.
is in its midst.
Easy, fella.
He said might. He said might.
Might.
But
I
he
said might. I did say might.
Okay.
And Johnny is, number one, not winning. He hasn't won in a while. And do you guys think what Damon's saying is making sense? Maybe every time Damon runs into Johnny, he's telling the truth, and we just don't want to hear it because we all think Damon is crazy. Because he is. He's very violently intelligent, but he's intelligent. So, Johnny tonight could have used a hand. And that
Or
hand could have
6.
been Caden.
Or 6.
Or 6, that's true. But you had to know. Mark, Lucas, you guys had to know the law office with a title shot on the line. And we won't get into what happens later because that convolutes things even more. But at this point in time, with a title shot on the line, you had to know they were coming out. You had to, because they couldn't come out in the next match. That was the stipulation. So I get that Caden had a match earlier. I get that. But where the hell was he? And this is what bothers me. He wasn't there. And I have a feeling, if I know Nostradamus at all, Mr. Ace, this will come up in a discussion because you know he's going to go talk Johnny because he always does. If there's one thing Damon does more than defend his title, it's go talk to Johnny Casanova after a loss.
Piss off Johnny Casanova.
Yeah,
to get
exactly.
A laugh every time. Yes.
I am starting to maybe think that what Damon is talking isn't so much mental games for Johnny as it is he might be teaching the truth. He might be telling the truth in this instance. And I hate it because I like everyone involved here. Minus the law office, they can all go kick rocks and pound sand till they make glass. I'm sure I'm sure that the quarry needs new windows. They could pound all the glass to make those, as far as I'm concerned. But Caden wasn't there. And he hadn't been there for a while with Johnny. When, and I'll ask this, it's a rhetorical, yes it is. When was the last time you saw Caden since he won the charge title come out with Johnny? I'm just going to put my hand up here. I haven't seen it. And that's very different. Even back when they were feuding, they were coming out together. And I don't know what's happening. I understand that Caden may be in the
Hate
midst
it
of
when you
it.
do this.
Maybe in the midst of a big title run, and he is.
Lucas
He
got a
may be
rebuttal here.
focused on him, but you can't give up, brother. I kind of have a feeling Johnny Casanova got the boot here. He took the L tonight. He may have still taken the L even if Caden was out there, because let's face it, it was 6-on-2 at that point, even if he's out there. But still, he's not there. I'm not saying it's the death of JK Pop, guys. I'm not. I'm just saying maybe priorities lie in different manners here.
All right.
Go ahead, Lucas.
Yeah, Maki, don't worry. Don't worry. I have decided that we're going to bring levity back to this show. We're going to save this show, and we're gonna
This show is beyond saving Lucas. I don't know what you're talking about.
We're gonna get it back on track here, because here's the thing. You have some points. Yeah, you absolutely do. But here's the thing. All the success that Caden Koyama has had, he's pretty much done it on his own, right?
I agree.
Okay. Now, what has been one of the sticking points to Johnny Casanova, especially coming from Damon Ace, is the success that Caden Koyama has had, right?
Yeah.
And Casanova hasn't had that success. Well, what is Casanova going to prove if he's always got to have brother come out to help him and save him? I get it. He should have his back. But I'm telling you, there has been conversations between Koyama and Casanova where Casanova has told Caden that I don't want you out there. I want to do this on my own. I've got to. You're killing it out there. I have to prove it to myself. I've got to prove it to everyone else that I can do this by myself. Please don't come out. How do you know those conversations haven't happened?
How do you know?
I'm telling you.
You know what?
And we know. And Casanova is a tough son of a gun. And
I agree. And just real quick, pride is a hell of an attitude sometimes that you can't drop.
Right? And that's what I'm saying. So before we're starting to drive a little wedge in between JK Pop, well, it kind of sounds like it.
He did say tinfoil hat. He was spouting off a semi-conspiracy theory. He's not saying it's happening.
And that's why I'm just trying to say that there might be some other explanations of why this stuff's happening. Also, let me throw out the fact is that the law office has absolutely run roughshod, not just on JK Pop, but almost the whole damn entire locker room. Where's all the other guys that have been screwed? And they should have some pride and come out and say enough is enough.
Where's Dustin?
Because where's Two Name and Southside Sammy? They've been getting screwed by cease and desist. We had all kinds of people, and everybody's had problems with the law office. Where are they at? Where are they putting enough to? And this is more than shenanigans. I'm bringing back an old classic. Where's our good buddy Bud Bellflower when you need him?
Oh, do it!
This is horse cockery.
Oh my god!
Yes, it is. Yes, it absolutely is horse cockery. That the law office and the Souls have been able to run like this. Not so much the Souls, but damn straight with the law office. It is a gigantic pile of horse cockery that D'Lo Brown and the uppity ups need to take care of very, very soon. It is influencing RMP history. It is rewriting stuff in ways that we do not need for the sake of their gratuitous little right nows. And they're just not understanding that the checks they're writing, they may not be able to cash. They may not be able to cash them. Be careful.
Did you guys ever think that maybe Preston has collateral in the checks he's writing? Let's just think about this for a minute. And I hate giving Preston credit. I do. But let's just think for a minute. This dude has slimed his way around for the last, 4 or 5 months.
We need to move on after this. So
I know, listening and everything. Maybe people aren't coming out to help him because maybe Preston has things on people. And I'm just going to leave it at that. There may be blackmail. There may be things that people don't want heard.
I
that
mean,
Preston's
there
heard.
is a reason why the rules haven't changed yet. And
Yeah,
they've been
right?
talking about it for a month and a half. I don't know if
these
RMP is
things
the
take
same.
time, guys.
I'm not sure if RMP is the same RMP we used to. Just saying.
Preston
It's
may
not
have more
because the
power
law
than
office
you
has
think.
flipped it on its head.
And remember the last
All-
time that this happened, Dean was president at the time. Now we got D'Lo and Yaden talking
Right.
about this at the same time, and nothing has changed. I think RMP is doomed to this all year, every year, 24/7, 365 days a year of pure
Oh,
chaos.
It only lasts for so long.
It's been lasting for
until
2.5
it doesn't.
years. What are you talking about? It's been nonstop.
In spurts, not nonstop.
Yeah.
I'm with Johnny on this one. I'm sorry, guys. Like,
And that's a
there's
first.
something going on. Preston hasn't
Yeah.
gotten his ass beat at all in the last 2 years, and he's done all this. There's something happening.
All right. Well, speaking of the law office again, and we do got to talk about Marcio a couple times throughout the course of this show. We definitely got to talk about the Rocky Mountain Pro Heavyweight Championship match that is going to be contested at NRW or No Rules Wrestling coming up next Friday. Is Damon's stipulation for it to be a blood sport rules match. Can only imagine.
I was going to say, does anybody understand and can clear that up with a little bit more precision than that?
Well, I mean, have you ever watched the movie Bloodsport?
To be honest, no.
With Jean Claude?
I've seen the
No.
Chun-Li part once.
So explain,
Just-
Coastal.
it's-
What?
Unadulterated destruction.
Does anybody have any idea what this match entails?
I don't.
I'm guessing.
Mr. Journalist CMS, do you have any idea what this match
How
entails?
dare you attack Lucas?
Yeah, that's all he's doing tonight. But it's no holds barred, and it basically you can
Got that one.
and you beat your opponent to the point where they can't continue. And we're not talking about a standing, or a last man standing or anything like that. When you Bloodsport, you almost beat the opponent till they are incapacitated. At least that's the movie Bloodsport. That's what I saw. Is they kicked the hell out of each other until basically the other opponent was unconscious.
I feel like that's the
someone
same
called
thing as the last man standing match.
But they don't.
Well,
but
you
it-
at least
But
have a
there's
10
no
count.
count, Johnny.
There's no count.
Right. You have a 10 count to kind of massage your way up if you had to. This seems to me that you just beat him and the ref would come over and do the one arm thing where
Yeah.
if you can't keep your arm up to stay in the match, it's over. That's not submission. That's not even I quit. Because at least I quit, you could take 4 breaths and say no. This is just, are you here or are you not? Very good. Very good. Damon,
Yeah, you get the
Marcio, for the
one,
title.
2.
You want to talk
No,
about the
you
2
just get
toughest
the
guys?
one, and you're dead almost.
Yep.
So I gotta say, guys, in this, I know Marcio is a house. He's huge. We see him later on tonight. He's pulling in favors. He paid off a favor, in my opinion. We'll get to that. I'm sorry, Damon Ace just got out of a weapons of mass destruction match against Marty Casaus, and he seems normal. And that bothers me on a level of human, that how can someone come out of this the same way they entered? It's because Damon Ace is crazy. And I don't mean crazy as in insane. I mean crazy as in he doesn't care what happens to him. He's all about legacy. His legacy is written in the bodies in which he's left. If you guys have noticed, he wants to erase everything that happened before him in Rocky Mountain Pro. I think his ultimate goal is to erase Dustin off of that longest reigning RMP champion of all time because that means he's better than
fully agree.
Dustin. And as a Wake fan, I think that's been the ultimate goal his whole time. I just got to think in this point, Marcio, I understand you got this. You asked Preston to get you this. You paid back, and again, we'll get to that. You paid back a favor to get this. Marky, I got to think at this point, Marcio's got to be careful what he wished for because this is not good for him. I'm sorry. These do not play into his realm of wrestling because Damon is an insane person.
I agree with everything that you said, but one thing I got to look at and give credence to is that I don't think we've seen the craziest Marcio Santos yet either. I don't think that we've come close to seeing him as pissed, angry, and as otherwise ready to thrash somebody as you could possibly be when you have a shot at the highest prize in the game and at one of the most violent superstars to ever hold it. When you consider yourself the professional and you go up against the violently intelligent, well, there we go, folks. The smoke cloud is basically going to determine who's standing at the end of it here. And I don't know. This is going to be something that, yes, we talked about very similar, Damon versus Marty Casaus. This is going to be on that same level of psychotic. This is going to be on the same level where Marcio saw that match. Marcio, don't think for 2 seconds he didn't see it. Don't think for 2 seconds he didn't go to school on it because that's what a professional does. He is going to give Ace the ride that he paid for when he paid his entry at this carnival. When he set the stipulation right then and there, I honestly believe that the advantage is really only 55-45 for Damon Ace. Taking nothing away from the champion, only because we have not seen the sickest, sadistic, meanest, most pissed off side of Marcio Santos. And I think, Lucas, you're agreeing with me. I think that, to me, is through all of this, the only X factor that we've never seen. We've seen Damon go there. We saw Marty go there. We have never seen Marcio really go there.
And I think he is more than capable of that. And let me give you a little reason why. I think he's been plotting his revenge against Damon Ace for a while. Think about it. He's been making a deal with Preston Skidmore, and I know that Marcio thinks about as highly of Preston Skidmore as we do. I don't
know if you go that well.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
it's an ends to a means.
And what I'm saying is that he has been willing to make a deal with Preston Skymore just so he could get revenge against Damon Ace and take that title away from Damon Ace. I think he's capable of some pretty drastic measures, and I don't think we've seen the depths that he can go to, and that we know that just of what kind of destruction he's capable of. We've seen it, and he's got that Marte de Dios, that a hammer of God's spear that it looks like it could cut someone open in half. I mean, that's what we saw twice tonight.
Almost did to Dustin.
Twice
My God.
Yeah, to Dustin and to Zamore. So we know that, and those are two of the biggest, strongest, baddest dudes in all of Rocky Mountain Pro that we've ever had, and he laid waste to both of them. So what I'm saying is that I think this is a matchup that could maybe be the equalizer to Damon Ace. It could, I'm telling you, I don't think we've seen even near the best of Marcio Santos yet.
I completely agree with that. That last sentence, that we have never even seen the best of this guy yet. I don't think we have.
And that's pretty damn good, what we've seen so far.
I got to say one thing, though.
Guys,
we may not have seen the best of Marcio Santos. What if we haven't seen the most violently intelligent Damon Ace? What if we haven't seen a genius brutality of Damon Ace?
So basically, we're talking anything short of murder, because it's that's.
Do you put that by Damon? Honestly.
All right.
No.
All right. Moving on. we now have official confirmation that it will be cease and desist going up against Chopper City for the tag team championships at NRW. So they finally got their way. They got their wish. They want a match, and they're in.
Always be chopping.
And it's looking like Remy D has also accepted the challenge of Stan Logan.
He addressed him directly. It's the first time we've heard Remy address it directly. So good luck, Stan. Have fun with that.
That's happening
And
next
you know what,
Thursday
Stu?
on Charge, guys.
You made this bed, you sleep in it. I wouldn't have picked this time to go after Remy. But hey, dude, if you feel that confident, you go right ahead.
And then
I can't wait to see this version of Remy, guys.
And real quick, I am very curious to see how Lord Mitchell Taylor is handling his new lifestyle.
I thought you were going to talk about Anaya and him being far too dubious.
No.
But yeah, no, Lord Mitchell Taylor
No.
was not having fun living amongst the commons and the peasants. Bartholomew wasn't there to push him on his swing. Oh, no. It was a beautiful day, though. It seemed like a really nice day. I wish some kid pushed him off the swing to a little pile of doggy doo-doo, but...
Yeah, like he stepped in horse crap last week.
And it looks like the Tortured Souls are going to be starting a little bit of warfare with Marty the Moth, considering Marty has not joined the Tortured Souls yet. So it looks like we're going to be seeing some more tensions rise between, at the very least, Jason Bravo and Marty the Moth here in the next week or two or more. Who knows? But we definitely got to get into this next match here. Dustin Urich going up against your now #1 contender for the Rocky Mountain Pro Championship, Marcio Santos.
Man, this was the Haas fight. This was the fight. This is what you wanted. When you heard it was Urich versus Santos, you sat down, shut up, and just waited for the big guys to throw each other around. And Dustin Urich did not disappoint any one of you that were like me waiting for that. He jumps the bell. He gets right going with the German suplex, a bunch of belly to bellies. Marcio Santos starts flying around the ring with a flying clothesline, that huge diving back elbow. Man, these are just the men swinging trees at each other, whether it's their whole body coming at you or a 3-foot wide branch that says, here, eat this elbow. Just going very back and forth. I think Marcio made a little bit of an unforced error here, though, in this match when he stood there and he had Urich in the corner and he had him perched up like kind of by his throat or whatever, and he started talking all kinds of smack to him. Like he had the advantage in that moment. But again, this is something that during a Damon Ace match, he's going to have to do stuff to get into Ace's head. You can't just go full steam at Damon because we've seen it work for a minute and then it doesn't. You have to do a little bit more. And I think Marcio has that touch of pepper that he could put on it too, that salt he puts on everything, whatever you call it. It's there for him as well. He laid a little bit out there, but I think he waited too long because then Urich just catches that nice adrenaline shot. And absolutely, it's suplexes galore, whether it's a belly-to-belly, couple overheads, or the German suplexes that were just like primo, dead on the spot. They were absolutely gorgeous. And he lifts him up for the dud. And Marcio ends up get the big elbow, gets out of it. And we see him go down, boys. I see him grab his knee again, that same knee that was all messed up, that same leg that we had seen him kind of struggling with a couple months ago. But then kind of lo and behold, here we go. We get some separation. Ref has to pull Dustin away, fair as, as he's supposed to be. But then Marcio snips right up and hits him with that spear, Muerte de Dios spear. And 1, 2, 3, the match is over. Marcio winning. Kind of like a guy we used to know, the way he used to say, by any means necessary, Coastal. And this was every and all mean to kind of get one over on the former longest reigning champion, Dustin Urich. Yeah, that guy used to say that I can't push the button while I'm doing the talking right now. But yeah, definitely that guy is definitely following in the Machiavellian ways of by any means necessary. But Coastal, I think that's more of a statement to Damon that says, I'm going to do whatever I got to do. I don't care what you think. I'm going to do what you got. I'm going to do what I got to do because I've seen you do it. Here it comes. You have no idea what I'm doing. You think Marcio's throwing that little note, like a little sending, like
he's throwing
like Post-it notes into the wind kind of thing?
I think he's throwing it, but I don't think it's for what you think. Like, I'm not going to give that much credit to that person. I'm going to say that this is the Preston way. he understood, hey, you do this and you'll win. Like, hey, have you tried this? And it's not in Marcio's wheelhouse. We know he's just a straight fighter. But maybe Preston was like, hey, man, I got you this title shot. Hey, here's some more tips. Like, maybe you fake this. Maybe you, use some smoke and mirrors, if you will, around the ring. And that's what he did. And we see later on tonight in the next match, it pays off in a different way. I think Marcio has drank a little bit of the Kool-Aid. I'm not going to say he drank a whole cup, but I am going to say that Preston has brought to light some things that he could do differently that may not have been up his alley before. But let's face it, guys, when you're going after the most prestigious title in the area, you're going up for the Rocky Mountain Pro title, and you're going against Damon Ace. There are things that you will do that you wouldn't normally do because you wouldn't have to. You are fighting a monster, and you need to take tactics outside of the normal box. I don't blame Marcio for this. I don't think he did it of his own doing. I think he's listening to Preston. Guys, honestly, it boils down to Marcio and Damon are going to be an amazing match. But Lucas, is Preston the reason that everything is going to chaos in Rocky Mountain Pro? Because that is the equation I'm coming to. I plug in all the pieces of the formula, and it all seems like Preston is making all the chaos in this company.
Well, and here's the thing. This isn't a conspiracy. He told us this is what he was going to do. He gave us the warning months ago, guys. He said it, and we're all kind of to blame. We all kind of just thought he was just blowing out the hot air. Yeah, sure, Preston. No,
that's a delicate way to say it, but yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the fact is,
he also had conversations with Damon Ace as well.
He did.
That's true.
And it just so happens that Damon Ace and Marcio is main eventing NRW.
Right. Yeah. He's moving chess pieces, guys, and he's doing it. He's playing his own game, and he's doing exactly what he said he would do. That the law office would cause absolute chaos, and that's exactly what's happened. So, yeah, we didn't take it serious when he said it, but now a couple months later, it's all came to fruition. And I got to give him credit on that. He did exactly what he said he was going to do, and we didn't believe it. And now here we are. So we're all partially to blame because we should have took him serious to begin with.
I'm going to try and get my blame out of the way here. Marcio, if you are listening, look at me.
Probably not.
I said this to JK Pop a long time ago, and I'm going to say it to you too. Do not trust that orange road cone as far as you can throw him. He has spoken to your opponent multiple times. And as I will lead into getting into the next match, you have now served your purpose to Preston. You don't have any more qualities for him.
Go ahead.
He will throw you to the wolves.
Lead in. Main event, Dylan Anderson versus Amore for the NRW Championship.
Shall I continue?
Yeah, I said lead in, go.
Okay.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
So this was a great match. And I mean, I take nothing away from Dylan Anderson. Dylan Anderson might be the biggest problem for Zamore we've seen so far. Because the reason that Zamore won was because Dylan Anderson is absolutely bat crap crazy and was willing to sacrifice his entire life to keep that title if Zamore had thrown him off the balcony. But he didn't. So now we go back to this. And I will say, it was not won in the right way. I understand the NRW title is no rules, and I understand that the stipulation for this match was no law office at ringside. Boy, Preston is the man at finding loopholes, and I'll give him that because he never once stated
that Marcio was on his payroll. He has never appeared with Marcio, even the match tonight. He did not show up with Marcio for his match. That was just enough to be like, oh, Marcio can interfere because he's not one of us. Even though we all know, Preston, he is. You played the long game. I give you so much credit, Preston. I really do. I gotta say, you are thinking in 4D chess at this point. You set this all up. You got Marcio. You promised him a shot with Damon Ace. He got it. He owed you a favor. We see the favor cash in now. We do. Couple of things I'm concerned about with you, Preston. You better be able to repay a favor to Marcio as he did for you tonight when he faces Damon Ace. Because if you don't and Marcio loses, I don't want to be you. And then the next thing is, okay, Kevin Koh is the number one contender for that NRW title. It's now held by Dylan Anderson. How are you going to fend off a stable that is, I would argue, just as powerful as you, especially if they get Marty the Moth? You got Marty, you got Marcio, but Marcio is entangled with Damon Ace, so he's a non-factor. Now you got to go against the Tortured Souls with possibly Marty. I don't know. I really think, Preston, the quicksand is starting to get you. You are fighting so hard to stay above it, and you think you are now. It's going to sink in on you quickly. Damon Ace is a person you have never dealt with. I know you've spoken to him, and I don't know what you guys have talked about. I have the faith in Marcio Santos that he can be the professional. He can come out and face Damon Ace, even without you. But if he loses and you were not there for Marcio, dues have to be paid because he paid his tonight. He paid his by helping Dylan Anderson win that gold. So now you owe Marcio. It's not the other way around. He has paid his debt for getting that title shot. I think this ultimately boils down to Dylan Anderson wins. I don't know if he could have done it on his own. It's a 50-50 at that point because Zamore has been one of the most dominant champions we've seen for the last 6-7 months. That's not, that's not conjecture. I think that's fact. He has taken on all challengers for that NRW title.
I think Damon might have a say about that.
Well, let's face
I
it.
think
Damon's on a different
Koyama
level.
has a say about that.
I'm sorry. Damon Ace is on God mode. Greatness on a different level at this point. And I put him above Caden, and I'll just get into the weeds real quick. I put him above Caden because Caden hasn't had a weapons of mass destruction match against Marty the Moth. He hasn't had these different matches that Damon has put himself in because he enjoys it. Caden enjoys being a dominant champion by beating other wrestlers. Damon enjoys being champion because he impacts the actual lives of the people he beats by changing them forever. It is about keeping the title for Damon, but I think the bigger part is it's about changing the mindset of the person he goes against and making them darker than they ever were before. In this aspect, though, I don't know about what happens to Zamore from here. And I've championed Zamore for a while, Mark. You know this. I've been saying it since late last year that this was going to be his year, and it was up until now. He needs to go get this title back. He doesn't need to go after the RMP championship. He doesn't need to go after Koyama with the charge title, even though those two titles are very prestigious. He needs to get this one back because I think this one is the one that cements his legacy.
I think it has really helped him being the NRW champion for that legacy. And everything that has been going on around this with the law office and now Santos is all mixed in and stuff like that. Zamore is going to go back after. He will be in this picture. He will somehow get... Whether Damon Ace wants to or not, I think Damon Ace just made a new fan in Zamore. No, because now Marcio Santos is going to be on Zamari's radar. And going back to a little bit about Santos, I think Santos already repaid that favor. I think Preston did the favor first by getting Marcio that title shot.
Mhm.
And I think this is the way that he repaid Preston. But regardless of what you put in your soup to season it, it's all still the same soup at the very end of it. But for Zamora here, now you add another critical element. Like you've said, Lucas, like we've all said, Zamora has been one of the rocks, one of the hosses, one of the biggest men, one of the icons of RMP that has been here for such a long time, that now you have entered that into this fray, which Santos and Damon Ace are going to go to places of. And right now, Lucas, this is becoming far more tumultuous than just Ace versus Santos. This web is being weaved so thickly across so many different dynamics of the RMP locker room and relationships and friendships and championships that, like every ship, Colorado is landlocked, but every single ship that is possible is now connected with everything that is happening. And Preston Skidmore has been the captain of the ship of Chaosity. What the hell are we going to do about this?
I'm here to bring good news because, you know,
Thank-
a thing just came up in my head that Preston is kind of got himself into a situation where, yeah, it looks like he's done everything great and made all the right moves. But you said something to me, Coastal, that just made a light go off in my head. You said something about, you know, yeah, if he doesn't help out Marcio to win, what the hell is Marcio going to do? But if he does, but here's the best part. If he does help out Marcio and he screws Damon Ace, who would you rather have mad at you? Damon Ace or Marcio Santos? Either way, you're in a lose-lose situation. And we all win. Every one of us get to win. So we can somewhat sleep well at night, have some nice dreams, thinking about Preston having to pee his pants at running away from Damon Ace.
That would be awesome.
And if he doesn't and he doesn't help Marcio, then Marcio gets him. Either way, we win and he loses.
He
At
needs
least
to
that's
pick
the way I look at it.
Well, no, I agree 100%. He needs to pick his poison very carefully because how do you want to get your butt whooped? Do you want it immediate and swift like Marcio's going to give it to you? Or do you want it long and drawn out and you don't know what's going to happen because Damon Ace is a psycho and he'll play the long game?
That's up to him. I don't have to worry about that.
I'm glad we don't. Because both of those guys I talked about are very scary.
All I know is I want a Jack McCready t-shirt now with the chirps over here on Twitch. I'm just a fan.
like
I need
them.
more. I need
Yeah.
more Jack. I need a t-shirt, dude. I do.
Well, make sure you catch Ignition more often because Mr. Jack McCready joins me on commentary every once in a while. It's absolutely fantastic. So,
All right, that is. Oh my god, I thought we were gonna have another full stream.
Please do,
God,
Jack.
Preston's here. Why is Preston? Why did we let him in? Who is the doorman?
Me.
Free speech.
What?
Free speech. He has every right.
Yeah.
Every right. We
I
don't have to
Preston,
like it, but
if you
every
can
right.
answer us, if you can answer us right now,
I-
who are you more afraid of, Marcio or Damon?
That's the $64,000 question.
Anyways, while we're waiting for a response, Lucas Bradwell, before we
Oh, it's
conclude
cute you think we're gonna
recharge.
get one.
What's that?
It's cute you think we're gonna get one.
No, we'll get a response. It'll just make gas go up 3 cents.
Yeah.
He says, "I'm more afraid
There we go.
of injustice, and I'm here to make sure justice happens."
Wow. I was wrong. Never mind. Gas went up 4 cents with that comment. Wow.
Give
All
you
right.
a hint, Preston, on how you can do that. If you are truly for that statement,
Just.
your ass sits in the back and does not come out at all, and neither does the law office. At
Preston in a shock.
all.
Preston in a shock cage.
I don't even want him over the ring. I just want him in a cage, period.
All right, Lucas,
Yes.
what's
All right,
going
so-
on? There's a lot
Yes.
again.
Yep. Another busy weekend. Tomorrow night. It's already first Friday of the month, guys. You know what that means. Bierstadt downtown. Crazy atmosphere. Crazy crowd. 8 o'clock is the start time for that. 8 o'clock p.m. here in the Mountain Time. We will be tearing down the Rhino District in Denver, Colorado. Going to be amazing. And then we are back up in Longmont, Summit Tacos on Saturday. That's a 7 o'clock start time. Summit Tacos, another awesome venue. Both are going to be tapings of Ignition, so make sure you get there, have a good time, and we're gonna be tearing it down this weekend once again, guys.
Dude, go out to dinner, wander into a TV taping, get down there, get the Summer Tacos this Saturday night. Tacos and takedowns, baby.
And
I'm
I
in for
do believe
I could eat.
I do believe we are back on Sunday for another episode of the Rocky Mountain Rewind. Basically, I guess the Rascals are gonna try and make us wear costumes at some point, but I don't have. Well, actually, I'm sorry. I have zero faith that the Rascals will be able to accomplish that level 5 hype train.
It has been a very long
Do we
time.
get to pick our
since
own
we-
costumes?
No,
Close.
I gave you your costumes.
No.
Yeah, remember?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I have to
you're
be
gonna be
Titus
Cotton-eyed
Machiavelli.
Cotton-eyed Crusader.
The Cotton-eyed Crusader.
I can do that.
So we do have the rewind on Sunday, and it is the fallout of Shocktober of 2015, I do believe. So be watching an episode or two on that back in the NRW days. Other than that, I believe that is it, and I already saw who we're gonna raid, so we're gonna be making this pretty quick. YouTube and Rumble, we will see you guys on, I do believe, Sunday for another episode of the Rewind. As always, stay safe, stay classy, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care, YouTube and Rumble.
Booyah.